2,
1.
We're live.
We're live for 10th episode. Happy 10th episode,
1-0.
everybody. 1-0.
One goose egg.
Oh, man, we're at double digits pretty soon. Our show's
Soon
the show's gonna start growing zits.
Yeah, we're gonna get a sound montage and everything.
Welcome to the 10th episode of the QBC Exchange. I am Andy.
What up?
That guy right there is AJ.
Yo.
We're excited for the montage. We're so excited for everything. Welcome to another episode of the show. Let's start out and sports. Let's start right out of the gate with talking about how impressive the Vegas Golden Knights are. They're just continuing to just dominate the NHL. They were for a second on top of the league. AJ pointed out to me, but then I had to re-point out to him that they're actually second in the league.
By
1 point behind Tampa Bay. Yep, 1 point behind Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's
Stanley Cup champs.
Tampa Bay's at 69 points, so that's nice. Yeah, classic. Tampa Bay versus
Las Vegas is awesome.
Yeah, Vegas is awesome. Vegas, Tampa Bay in the Stanley Cup final. You calling that?
No. It's gonna be Vegas versus the number 8 seed from the other conference. I don't know.
Oh, it's going to be the Red Wings. They're going to sneak their way into the playoffs again this year.
Okay.
Start the streak all over.
Nah.
Is there any other NHL talk you want to talk about? That's all you just.
No, that's it. That's
it.
Go Knights.
Go Knights. Go Golden Knights. Hope to make it to Vegas for a game soon. That place looks rocking. Let's talk about the AFC NFC Championships that happened this weekend. First off, since the late game, it seems everybody missed the late game because the past few people I've talked to said they fell asleep or were a little too drunk to watch it. So Vikings got a nice beating handed to them inside the city of Philadelphia. What did you think of that game?
Well, I don't know how you didn't fall asleep by halftime because the Vikings really came out there and poo-pooed all over the field. It's unfortunate, especially with the great run that they had this year and talks of them possibly having a home Super Bowl, which would have been the first of all time. And they're actually the closest to get to it. To be a host city and also have a team possibly playing in the Super Bowl. But at that same point, they really laid an egg there, basically from the middle of the first quarter on after that first drive. So sucks to suck, I guess. Yeah,
that was the definition of closest definition of playing a goose egg there. I mean, they had that good first drive and then just kind of nothing the rest of the game.
Everything changed as soon as Case Keenum got hit on their second drive and third drive and he threw that pick six when his arm got hit and he threw it right to whoever that DB was and he went down the field and scored. I don't know what his name is, but he did the loop-de-loop. He was going straight, then he went sideways. He ran for a 50-yard touchdown, but he probably ran like 3,000 yards in total. He ran a whole marathon, so.
We got some more questions about the Vikings, but we'll talk about them a little later.
Why don't we talk about him right now? What's the problem?
Okay, well, I was going to say Pat Shurmur hired as the Vikings' new Vikings.
Is that a question?
Pat Shurmur.
Is that a question?
Pat Shurmur.
What's the question?
I meant to say. So
that's a fine.
That's a fine. Where do they go with quarterback now? They lose their quarterback guru who turned these 3 quarterbacks into all-stars. What do they do with their 3 quarterbacks? Is Case Keenum going to be their quarterback next year?
I love Teddy Bridgewater. I think he is amazing. I also think he's going to be a free agent. Sam Bradford's career is done there. So with Case Keenum, I think they might sign him to a 2 or 3 year contract and see how it plays out. But Pat Shurmur's a miracle worker. I mean, that guy took a Cleveland offense and got 6-7 wins out of Brandon Weeden and Trent Richardson. So
led Colt McCoy to his best year he ever had as a pro too.
Yeah, I mean, he's a miracle worker.
I mean, people don't realize what Pat Shurmur did. He made Donovan McNabb.
Whoa, I don't think he did that much. I mean,
he was the quarterback coach in Philadelphia during the time.
Yeah, but Andy Reid was the keys behind that whole thing. He learned a lot there, and he probably had some input, but he did not. Donovan McNabb made himself. He didn't make Donovan McNabb.
Okay, then how about this? He made Sam Bradford Rookie of the Year for the St. Louis Rams.
Sam Bradford sucks.
Okay, but he led him to a Rookie of the Year.
Sam Bradford looks like
offensive coordinator there.
Dressed up in Halloween as Sam Bradford.
Oh my God, no! No.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Sam Bradford's bad. I'll give him that.
Sam Bradford looks like a kid dressed up as Halloween as Sam Bradford. That's what he looks like. We don't even need to talk about it.
Case Keenum was bad. Sam Bradford was bad, both before Pat Shurmur came around. Pat Shurmur comes around and turns them both around in Minnesota.
And Case Keenum's probably going to be bad next year. So, I mean, yeah.
Good. So Pat Shurmur's gone. So you're saying they're both going to be washes next year, Sam Bradford, and they don't think there's going to be any trade value or any sort of anything for any bright spot for either of their futures?
I mean, they could trade Sam Bradford for a 4th-round pick probably, but Case Keenum, I don't really know.
It's going to be hard for Zimmer to go in a different direction there.
He's got no other way to go. He's got to go in a different direction. His coordinator's gone, so.
That's very true. Let's hop on to the other game. Jaguars-Patriots. That was a fantastic game. Of course, Tommy Pretty Boy Brady goes down the field and wins the game in the 4th quarter again, because that's Tom Brady. Again, because that's Tommy Boy Brady. AJ, let's hear your thoughts on that game.
Yeah, it was a great game. I know a lot of people hate the Patriots and they hate Tom Brady, and that's why they're saying that the refs blew that game. But to be honest, the people who blew that game were Tom Coughlin and Doug Marrone, because they were scared of not only Tom Brady but also Blake Bortles taking a knee. The epitome of how bad Blake Bortles actually is the fact that they had 2 timeouts left and 52 seconds on the clock in the 2nd quarter, and they decided to take 2 knees and go to the half instead of trying to push it downfield and get some points when they had all the momentum, all the control of the game and everything. So
you're putting the blame on their unconfidence in Blake Bortles, because in case you guys haven't seen the past few rants, AJ's not a big Blake Bortles fan.
Blake Bortles sucks. He's the worst quarterback of all time, first of all. That guy is a freaking joke. But anyways, they went into a complete shell in the 4th quarter. It was like they were staring at the clock, just begging for it to hit 0 before Tom Brady scored more points than they did.
Well, who also made an appearance in AJ's rant last week of suckiest of suck quarterbacks is Nick Foles. But guess who's playing for a Super Bowl next week after a dominant performance against a
thanks to Carson Wentz, though. We couldn't have done that for a whole season. Get out of here. And the Vikings were flat as crap on Sunday, and you know it wasn't all Nick Foles, because he made some pretty poor throws. And Harrison Smith, who's supposed to be this superstar all-pro free safety, looked like a 14-year-old out there trying to play safety in the NFL. He was terrible. So
any other spots you want to hit up on the AFC Championship game? I mean, we already talked about how the Jaguars were afraid of two. Actually, what I do want to was Miles Jack, was that have been a touchdown? And if so, I mean, was that a premature whistle? Is that a game changer there?
No, it's hard to tell because there's refs at all different angles, and the ball's, they didn't even really know the ball was on the ground, and he just came up with it, and then they had to review it if he had possession or not. So, I mean, he probably would have scored, but at the same time, I think it was a fair call, and the play should have been blown dead. So,
well, everyone except Patriots fans is saying the officials were against them, and
that's what everybody says every week, but they forget the fact that Tom Brady's actually really good. Bill Belichick is really good. They're always, even though they have probably the worst talent in terms of speed and all that crap on the field, they're always better than everybody else. It's just a matter of fact. Tom Brady's better than everybody else.
Tom Brady's better than everyone. I mean, when you make 8 Super Bowl appearances together, this is Tom Brady's and Bill Belichick's 8th Super Bowl appearance, which is more than 29 other teams in the league. And they tied the other 2 teams for these 2 alone. So
I know. Yeah.
They're pretty good.
They're the best. They're the best to ever do it. Greatest of all time.
We'll go ahead and get into predictions for the big old Super Bowl next week. AJ, is there anything you want to say about the Super Bowl now?
Sucks to be Skull fans.
Skull. Can we talk about – I want to talk about Philly fans because – speaking of fans, because they're the best. Did you watch any of the riots that were happening in Philadelphia after that win?
I heard about it. I didn't watch it, but I saw they're excited. They're happy for some football in February.
We'll try to get the video next week because it's too late to get the video now. But if you haven't seen the video of a excited Philly fan running into the pole trying to chase a subway car, fan freaking
that one looks like it was planned. That one looks like it was planned. I saw the other view from outside of the train, and there were 2 friends filming him, so I think that one was planned.
Give me a break.
I saw a different angle of it, and it looks planned.
That guy got interviewed on Fox or whatever channel.
It's anything to get you 10 seconds on the freaking TV station. Good for him. Whatever. It was planned. He's a liar. He sucks. Whatever.
Oh, man. AJ doesn't like that guy. Let's move on into some we already talked a little bit about Pat Shurmur got hired by the Giants, and Steve Wilks, defensive coordinator of the Panthers, got hired by the Cardinals.
Yep.
AJ, best move of those two.
Definitely Pat Shurmur to the Giants, but I'm excited to see what Steve Wilks can do out in good old Phoenix. So,
yeah, I was gonna say it's a perfect match for both of them. I mean, well, not perfect. Pat Shurmur's a quarterback guru. He's a very offensive-minded guy. We'll see.
He's He's a really good offensive mind. He's a lot better than Ben Slicky Dick McAdoo was. I can tell you that. McAdoo sucks.
So McAdoo is bad. Excited to see what the Giants do. I hope the Giants should be able to get Saquon Barkley at 2 because the Browns are going to screw it up and not take Saquon Barkley 1. If that's the case, I think they should take Saquon Barkley 2. You sound like you disagree.
I don't disagree. I mean, they've got all the talent at wide receiver. The only question really in New York is that quarterback number 10 because he's been pretty awful for a significant amount of time. Pretty much since their last Super Bowl, he's been awful.
Well, they got two very young, very exciting quarterbacks there in New York behind them.
They're not exciting. Get those clowns out of here. Don't even try to pump them up. They suck. I don't even know their names. Davis Webb is terrible. If they want to go in a different direction, they need to draft a new quarterback.
Well, the other exciting quarterback to watch there is Geno Smith.
Get out.
Who started when Eli Manning was benched. I thought it was supposed to be Davis Webb who was supposed to start. I thought like, oh yeah, you start the young guy, try to get him experience. No, they throw out Geno Smith out there. That's what I knew for sure.
Ben McAdoo is the worst coach of all time.
He was garbage. Yeah, I'm surprised.
On to the next thing. What's next?
On to the next thing. We want to talk about the Pro Bowl. How much do you love the Pro Bowl? Aren't you so excited for the Pro Bowl, AJ?
I hate the Pro Bowl. It sucks.
Well, that's the Pro Bowl.
We should just have a calendar shoot and some 7-on-7 competitions with the fans. Let them come out there because you can't rush quarterback, can't tackle anybody. The score is going to be 75-74. Who wants to watch that? That's garbage.
Do you at least like watching the skills competition?
No, I don't like any of it.
Okay. I like the 7-on-7 with fans idea. That's actually a pretty good idea. We'll see. We'll push that one up to our good friend Roger Goodell, see what he thinks of that one.
No, that guy, get him out of here. Jeez Louise.
Speaking of all-stars and all-star appearances and stuff like that, the NBA has decided to go to an NBA all-star draft instead of playing East Coast versus West Coast, East Conference, Western Conference. Yep. The two lead vote getters become captains, and they draft their own team. Surprise, surprise. LeBron James is the first lead vote getter. Stephen Curry is the second vote getter. So it's kind of perfect that you get one from the East, one from the West. So they're going to draft their own team. AJ, do you like this new format that they're doing?
I think it makes the game a little more interesting, a little more fun. If you haven't watched that game either, they don't play any defense in that one, so the score is always like 160 to 155 in basketball. I mean, give me a break on that. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. It would make it a lot more fun if they would televise the event, televise the draft, do kind of like some sort of, if they could come up with something for that and make it more fun, let the fans experience the draft and be a part of it. I think that would be good for the game, but I guess, you got to take baby steps when you're trying to make massive changes like this.
Well, here's the thing that I came up with today. I understand why they're not filming the draft or showing the draft. It's because NBA players are the softest players out there. You only get about 20 spots in the all-star team. And so everybody who doesn't get a vote is a snub. You only get to take 20 players in the league. So
the thing is they get to pick from all the players that were voted on. So but
the thing is, what I'm saying is, you could have LeBron James take Michael Jordan #1, you're gonna get someone out there like James Harden, like I should be the #1 pick over Michael Jordan. I don't know why he took
nobody cares about the All-Star game that much. If they cared about anything, they should care about winning the championship, which is the only thing.
Well, then why are they all calling themselves snubs when they're getting snubbed? At least they could have an
because they want to be in the All-Star game and they didn't get voted into the game. LeBron can't go pick somebody that's 12 string on the bench for the Cavs just because he wants to. He's got a pool. They have a pool of all the players that were voted on. That's not their fault. They should still televise it. The fans want to see it. Everybody wants to make money. That's how you make money. You televise stupid crap like that.
Oh, jeez. I don't watch the NBA that much, as you can tell. I'm not Oh, my God. Get out of here. Speaking of LeBron James. Speaking of LeBron James.
Get out of my bounty hunter meeting.
Congratulations to LeBron James for congratulating himself on 30,000 points before he actually reached 30,000 points.
Bravo, bravo.
Let him be the first to congratulate himself. Oh, man.
Very good.
That bothered. I don't know why.
On to the next topic. I don't care. Whatever. Screw that guy.
Good. What's he doing with his team? What's going on with his third in the Eastern Conference team now?
Like I said before, it doesn't matter how they do in the regular season. It only matters when basketball time comes around for the playoffs. They could be the 8th seed in the East, and they're still going to be favored to get to the finals, and he's still going to have a shot against the Warriors. So it doesn't matter. It matters that they figure everything out before the start of the playoffs. That is it.
The talk is
hell, they can even figure it out in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. They don't need to figure it out until they have to play Boston in the conference finals.
The talk is that the rumors, because you don't know what rumors to believe in the NBA. The rumors are that they're looking to trade Kevin Love. If they trade Kevin Love, do they go from the 3rd seed to the 1st seed?
No. What are you going to get?
I don't know.
What's anybody going to get for Kevin Love? You're not going to get anything in return that would make your team any better than what it already is.
Well,
they
Kevin
have all
Love
the talent they need.
In the locker room, according to
because he's white and everybody else is black. That's the problem.
Wow, that's where we went with that.
Yeah, that is.
All right, that's fair.
J.R. Smith isn't doing a damn thing. J.R. Smith couldn't hit water if he fell out of a dang boat. Isaiah Thomas isn't playing well. It's not Kevin Love's fault. They just need somebody to take the blame, and Kevin Love is probably the strongest of all of them and can take all the heat. So, I don't know. Maybe they're just putting up this hoax to whatever. I don't know.
Is Tyronn Lue going to be there much longer?
Yeah, he won a championship. Why wouldn't he?
Is LeBron James going to be there much longer?
Nope.
You think he's going to San Antonio? That was the big talk today.
He's either going to go to San Antonio. I don't think he's going to go to San Antonio. He's either going to go to Houston to play with Chris Paul and James Harden and try to make a super team there, or he's going to go to L.A. and play with the Lakers and just be Showtime LeBron.
What about Golden State?
No. They can't even afford him.
Our final topic for today's Quarterback Center Exchange, our 10th show. Thank you all for joining us for 10 shows. It's been a blast so far. We're looking forward to bringing you more.
Yeah, like 11 shows.
Like an 11th show. Can't wait for the 11th show next week. You guys should be so excited. Whoa, we're getting to 12. Pretty soon we're going to have to start learning to drive and get temps and whatnot.
Oh, my
gosh.
This
show's getting so old already.
Whoa.
Let me tell you.
Holy cow.
Baseball Hall of Fame was announced right before we started the show. Vladimir Guerrero, Jim Thome.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And Trevor Hoffman are the 4 people elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Speaking of snubs, you could take a list of snubs from here. Instant reaction to those 4: Vlad, Thome, Chipper Jones, Trevor Hoffman.
I think it's a pretty fair. It's a pretty fair class. I mean, we're still bugging the elephant in the room on Barry Bonds and all those other guys from the PED era, but for the people they let in, they did a pretty decent job. But these writers who think they're the almighty when it comes to deciding on whether people should or shouldn't get into the Hall of Fame are a freaking joke. They didn't play 1 ounce of baseball in their lifetime. They hold all the powers to whether or not Barry Bonds is going to get in. Barry Bonds is still one of the best players of all time, whether he used steroids or not. He's the all-time home run leader, and he's getting nothing.
I'm still torn about Barry Bonds.
There's nothing to be torn about. It was 10 years ago. It made baseball what it is. Without them hitting home runs, baseball would be nothing now.
What bothers me the most is oh shoot, who didn't make it in? Edgar Martinez from St. Louis. He was left out yet again. Probably should be one of the best DH hitters of all time if they're going to put David Ortiz in the first ballot he's available on. It's a disgrace that Edgar Martinez.
David Ortiz isn't that good.
They're probably going to put him first ballot though.
Yeah, because they won't, because there's this big aurora around putting people in on first ballots, and it makes you it's like you get into the Hall of Fame, that's a prestigious status, and then there's a secret club where if you're a first ballot Hall of Famer, it's like in the back room to the left there's a bunch of strippers and a bunch of booze, and it's really great. There's a DJ and flickering lights, and actually Babe Ruth is still alive, and they're all just sitting in there all day long. I mean, these baseball writers are clowns, man. I can't believe that they all decide to form a cult and they're going to decide what's right or wrong on whether or not people should get in. Their job is to take the best players that are available to get into the Hall of Fame and put them into the Hall of Fame. That is their only job, not to be deciders of good and evil.
It is decided. I want Edgar Martinez in. That was bogus that he's not in. Chipper Jones.
I'm not as heartbroken as you are. I can tell you that right now.
Chipper Jones, first ballot Hall of Famer, so I think he deserved that. Trevor Hoffman. This is his second attempt.
Oh, jeez. Here we go, giving out bad information again. Oh boy.
Sammy Sosa was left out somehow.
If Sammy Sosa ever gets in before Barry Bonds, I'm going to go burn every baseball writer's house down.
That's what I picture the baseball writers. I just picture a giant room of just all these Joe Buck clones just in there, just like.
No, because Joe Buck is all for putting Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame.
Joe Buck. No, I'm Joe Buck.
It's a bunch of 75-year-old men who watch Ted Williams play, and all they do is sit there and tug on each other's thingy-dingies and don't do anything else. And they try to decide what's good and evil.
I think there needs to be a fan vote. That's my 2 cents.
I think that the baseball writers need to stop trying to play God and just put the best players into the Hall of Fame, like Barry Bonds and Curt Schilling and all those other guys.
For some reason, it became a big political ordeal and a big vote. Pretty soon, we're going to have the Baseball Writers Association electoral college because of how unfair and stupid that the baseball writer vote is. I don't know how they do it for. I really don't know how they do it for Football Hall of Fame. I don't know how they do it for any other Hall of Fame. It needs to be reevaluated. That's for sure.
It does, because they shouldn't have all the power. It's ridiculous.
Agreed. Since I had my mini rant, AJ, why don't you go ahead and close out the show with your AJ's rant?
All right. So, folks, gather in, buckle up, because we got a doozy today. And this rant is directed towards Doug Marrone and Tom Coughlin.
Marrone.
Because, as I said earlier, these two clowns were not scared of only one quarterback in Tom Brady. They were scared of two quarterbacks, one of those also being Blake Bortles. They have the best defense in the NFL, and they just crumbled in the second half because they went from running play action on first down, running on second down, setting them up with third and shorts the entire game like they did in the whole first half, where they scored 20 points or whatever it was, and they just sat there and took it in the behind in the third and fourth quarter, tried to run the ball on first down, get 2 yards, tried to run the ball on second down, run the ball on third down, and punt. It's not how you beat the Patriots. First of all, what they were doing in the first half worked just fine. They were running play action on first down, catching them off guard. They were doing everything so well. Blake Bortles was playing the game of his life, and you turned him into the scapegoat for why you lost because you were scared to throw the ball downfield. You didn't take any chances when you had the ball 52 seconds left before halftime. And in that third and fourth quarter, all you did was run the ball first, second, and third down and punt and hope your defense could get the clock to run out before Tom Brady could score 24 points. It's a joke. You guys suck. Do what you were doing the whole game and don't put yourself in a position where Tom Brady can take the lead with 3 minutes to go. It's not that complicated. Why are you changing what worked in the first half? That's what I hate about football coaches when they make these halftime adjustments. It's good to make adjustments when it's not working, but when it does work, don't stop doing it, which is exactly what the Jags did.
You know,
they're a bunch of clowns.
Tony Romo called it out on one of the. I remember watching a Bengals game where he called out that they come out. The Bengals had an excellent first half, and he's like, "Well, that was the Bengals scripted first half. Let's see how they can come out and play in an improvised second half, because that's what second half football is. It's improvised. You go scripted in the first half, and you have to kind of." Do you play that a little bit? Do you play like it was improvised?
That's what every traditional football coach across America, no matter what level it is, they'll do. If they have a lead at halftime, they'll come out and just go into a shell, tuck their nuts in between their butt cheeks, and just sit there and hope the clock runs out. Especially when they're playing a team that they're not supposed to beat. But they have the best defense in the NFL, and they were up 20-10 or whatever it was.
20-10.
And they just shut down. They stopped doing everything they were doing. Blake Bortles was throwing 3-yard out routes and getting 10 yards because the Patriots were so concerned about the run, and then they just stopped doing that in the second half. It doesn't make any sense. Every football coach goes into a shell and just, we got to run the ball, we're going to get first downs, and we're going to play great defense. That's how we're going to win this second half, y'all. Idiots. I can't believe this crap.
To be fair, the Jacksonville defense was going to give them a touchdown on the Miles Jack, make it 27-10. But
but you can't leave it up to the refs.
Premature
you
whistle.
Can't leave it up to the refs. You can't leave football games up to the refs if you want to win.
That's true. You also could cover Danny Amendola a little better because, I mean, it was obvious that it was Tom Brady's favorite target in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, but their routes are so complex that all you can do is run zone, and that's what the Jaguars did all year. They basically sat in their base 4-3 defense and sat in cover 2 the entire year. Nobody could score on them, and it worked. They've got the 2 best linebackers in Telvin Smith and Miles Jack. They got the 2 best corners in the NFL, and A.J. Boye and Jalen Ramsey. So it doesn't make any sense. You've got the defense. Play with a little edge on offense and try to score more points. Make the room for error greater. Don't make it worse by just punting.
Don't punt the ball. AJ's one of those guys who believes on going on 4th down and long.
4th and 4, in short, you go for it. Anything past 4th and 4, you're punting the ball.
Agreed. Actually, I don't agree. I think you kick the field goal anytime because the Jacksonville kicker.
Yeah, if you're in field goal range, kick the field goal, yeah. But if you're not.
No, I'm talking anywhere because Lambeau, their kicker, my goodness, what a year. He couldn't miss from the opposite one.
Get out of here. You're such a joke. This guy, you suck.
Let's close out the show real quick. We talked about Pat Shurmur's hire. That was a good fit for the Giants there. We need to give a little credit to Steve Wilkes. Well, I'm saying what we missed going over. Steve Wilkes, defensive back guru, looks like a great match in Arizona with Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, and the rest of that defense there. It's going to be a good year in Arizona. It's going to be a good year in Arizona. Don't listen to AJ.
Who's playing quarterback?
Well, I told you guys. They're going to draft someone. Projected supposed to be Baker Mayfield, but I don't see him surviving till the 15th pick. We told you guys there'd be a giveaway. It's not going to be Drew State. And we told you guys there'd be a giveaway. And, well, here's the giveaway, and it's a rule. It's a little – you have to follow along. Okay? Those are our favorite giveaways.
Okay.
All right. So you have to tweet this week, hashtag QBC Exchange.
Okay.
Hashtag JV giveaway.
Yeah, or just hashtag JV giveaway because you're making it too complicated.
Yeah, that works better. Hashtag JV giveaway. And then put a GIF, a GIF.
That's a picture that moves.
A moving picture of what you think of the Quarterback Center Exchange show.
And it better be funny.
No.
And tweet it at the JV report.
Tweet it at JV report. So hashtag, don't worry, we'll tweet all this too. So do a hashtag JV giveaway.
What's this?
That's a hashtag.
Oh, this is a hashtag?
Yeah, hashtag. Hashtag JV giveaway. Put a GIF moving picture of what you think AJ and I look like on the show, or your thoughts of the
just how do you think the show's going? We don't want to know what we look like. I know what I look like. I see myself naked every day. I know what I look like.
Well, guess what? We're going to pick the best one. We're going to show it on air next week. Oh, and by the way, you're going to win yourself some walleye vouchers. Yeah, good.
So we're actually not giving anything away today. We're promoting the giveaway.
We're promoting a giveaway. It's going to be next show.
You said we were giving something away today.
Oh, well, no, the promotion of the giveaway.
Wow.
Tweet the hashtag JV giveaway. Put a gift.
One word.
Winner will be aired, and win some walleye vouchers to go see some Toledo walleye hockey. Great hockey there. AJ, say goodbye to the fine folks.
Yeah, whatever.
If you like the show, go ahead and share a
This guy, Tom Coughlin, is just the worst. I can't stand it. Oh, my gosh.
What, man.
Oh, John Gruden. This is so – end the show. I'm done with this.
I love you.